All right, so we got our fittings, we got our motor, and we got our pump. We're gonna put this all together. Make sure that you match up the specs of the motor with the old one. The last thing you wanna do is put it in and realize, oops, the voltage or the phase or the horsepower, anything, the RPM is wrong. Match everything up before you put it in. It will make your life a lot easier. So let's put this all together. Getting there. One thing that I wanted to mention is I'm using T-tape and I'm using pipe dope. And one thing I like to do is once I'm done tightening, I like to clean this pipe dope up, just like I've done down here as best I can, just so it's not oozing out the thing like that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was Teflon tape. There's a certain way to apply it. Now we're going to be tightening on our check valve, which is going to be going in this direction. So we want to apply our T-tape this way, because if we apply it the other way, when we go to tighten this, what could happen is we could start peeling the T-tape off. And what I do is I always go 50% overlap until I reach the bottom, and I don't cover the first couple of threads here. Okay, so a bit of a fiasco because the pump and the motor is longer than the old pump and motor. This thing had to be turned on an angle, and I had to do some MacGyvering to get these pipes to fit. But it's in there, and I'm lucky because the electrical is just going to fit and it's going to sit in place. The other thing is, you can zoom in closer, the bolt holes there don't line up anymore, so we're going to have to drill out new holes and fire in some hardware in there to keep that from moving around, although it's not going anywhere right now. Like, this piping, it's solid in place, but I am going to get something and fasten it in there just for good measure. So I've got this ball valve back on, which is going to feed the inlet of the pump. Now this way we're checking for leaks, and we're also priming the pump up because we don't want to run the pump dry. So what we're going to do is wire this in now, and we're going to test this pump out. Okay, so after the daunting task of getting this thing in here, I say daunting because I had to crawl under all of this to get the electrical in. I actually had to drill out another hole with my multi-tap bit into the box because it wouldn't fit around the other side. We are drawing, let me show you here. 0.6 amps, it's rated for 1.1, so looks like we're doing pretty good here. We're starting to fill up this boiler now. Looks like we're all good, so that pump is in. Happy HVACing.